Hello, Andy Rhodes, or should I say Chief Constable Andy Rhodes. This is an open message for you, and I'm playing this video of you here silently so that people know who you are. I've made it silent because I believe that you've spoken enough, and it's my turn. Now, the other day, I was out playing music, entertaining the masses, so to speak, and you sent a few of your police officers to me. The problem is this, is that first of all, if there's an issue with my music, then it's a civil matter. And secondly, you sent these guys. I'll show you the video. So both these officers have turned up, tactical unit have turned up.
If you'd like me to explain why we've
And a tactical unit has turned up. I do need to talk, I need to record this, and I'm explaining what it is. Yeah, I'm just doing this for the video so that we understand what's happening, if that's okay. So a tactical unit has turned up because somebody's playing music today, and they've turned up armed to the teeth. They've both got guns on their thing, as you can see. And I'm wondering, because this is quite intimidating to a person who's not a criminal. Yeah, I'm wondering why they've turned up when they say it's a sound complaint. Yeah.
Oh, the first reason we've attended is because when they gave the job out over there, we were there. So we're here. Names police officers would have a chat.
And you attend civil matters?
Yeah,
tactical units attend civil matters?
If we're free and we're the nearest, why not?
There's no criminal, he's not doing nothing.
No, he's not doing anything criminal.
Not at all. So can you understand why it would intimidate a person like me? And you know... Now, as you know, I've had a lot of dealings with the police. I've recently made a complaint to this character, the police commissioner for Lancashire. And he responded to me saying that because I've made so many complaints and that you weren't responsible for this stuff. But the fact is this. In 2019, I was unlawfully arrested and then put in prison for what should have been a trivial matter. But because you are no longer an organisation that looks after the public, but you're now in the service of corrupt judges, and also your job is to protect the corrupt judges when people like myself speak out about them. You're also in the service of corporate entities like the council. It should have been the council that dealt with any particular noise complaint, if it was a noise complaint. You also broke into my home in 2018. Again, a complaint went in, the recordings of which I have. You stole stuff to do with my family court proceedings because I was exposing high-level judges who are corrupting the family court process. And again, you are being used as lackeys, bully boys, to police people who speak out on the corrupt system. So what I'm really speaking to you today is this. Are you not ashamed that you're sending out tactical police officers, tactical units, to deal with somebody like myself? And is it just simply to intimidate me because you couldn't win in the Crown Court? Because your officer, DS Kearney, Detective Sergeant Kearney, I believe, or Detective Constable Kearney, who fabricated evidence and also lied under oath about evidence, wasn't able to secure a conviction. Officers like PC Bowman, who also made false statements that I was able to show. Officers like Fluker Barker, who couldn't even, when asked by a judge, recite somebody's rights. That means it's possible that every arrest this man has made has been an unlawful one. Now, as I say, you unlawfully arrested me last year. I'm going to let that slide. You illegally broke into my home and nobody's looked into it. I'm going to let that slide. I'm going to let a lot of things slide because everywhere I go there seems to be police on my case. But this is what it says about tactical units. A tactical unit is supposed to be deployed when the level of risk is so high, that the risk of violence is so high that an ordinary police officer can't deal with it. That's why these people come out with guns. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is a guitar. Makes music. Now you can use this video in your teaching of the police officers. And this is a weapon. Now I'm sure you know the difference between these two objects, and I'm sure you know which one poses a risk. Now I want to state this to you. When you send your goons out with guns to me, it doesn't actually frighten me. It just makes me know that you are afraid of me and I'm a threat to you. And what you're trying to do is intimidate and maybe spark a situation where you might be able to use those guns. Now, if you can notice from the video that I've shown you, the officers were quite chilled out. And the reason they were chilled out is because the first thing I did when they came was take out my video. Because I don't want my mother, my sister and my brothers to be crying over my coffin. I'll be gone, I don't mind. But I don't want them to be inflicted with that kind of pain. And I'm sure you can understand because you have a family too. Now, what I said to these officers, which wasn't recorded on video, is this. There are children being trafficked. There are children being sexually abused. In the family court system, there are children being abused, destroyed. Families are being destroyed. And while these officers are being sent to me for playing one of these, those children have no assistance. Why is it not possible that you will send your tactical units out into the streets and start following trails of where these real criminal activities are going on? Why is it that you don't investigate the high-level corruption in the family courts? Instead, you criminalise fathers like myself. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not ashamed of yourself? Well, I think you should be ashamed of yourself, and I'm going to give you a reason why. In fact, no. I'm going to say goodbye now, and I'm going to play out with a video that you should be ashamed about. Now, I know you made an apology about this incident, and you apologised because it was caught on video. But what about the other times that not caught on video? What about a time in my trial where your officers tried to set me up and I basically destroyed them in their own Crown Court? Why? Because they're not used to people who educate themselves on the law, and they expect that we'll all fall over. We won't. You will have to send a lot more guns and a lot more officers to scare me, Chief Constable Andy Rhodes. That's just the way it is. Your system has created something different with me. I'm not afraid of your police force. I'm not afraid of these intimidation tactics because I believe in what's right. And you, as a police force, you're no longer police officers, you're now constables who operate on behalf of corporate entities and become the bully boys for judges who are actually destroying the family unit. Now, you seem to think that putting a person like myself in prison for fighting for his children is in the public interest. I'd like to finish by saying this. Many people, as you can hear in the video, came to my aid yesterday when these bully boys, these guys who maybe have watched too much Dark Knight and think that they're Batman, many people came to my aid, a few young people and some older people, because they didn't think that was a crime being committed, and neither did your police officers, because your police officers have been sent out to intimidate people. Now, it's nothing to do with community policing to send out tactical units with guns to deal with one of these. Now, if you guys fear me, that's on you. I've done nothing to make you fear me. All I've done is speak the truth. So finally, please, call off your goons. All I want to do is play music and speak a bit of truth here and there. I'm not attacking anybody. All I'm doing is telling people the way where the system has gone wrong. So thank you for your time, Andy Rhodes. I'll be emailing you this video, link to this video. If you feel like subscribing to my channel, please do so. You may be able to be educated about other things also. And if you want any information on the paedophilia that's going on, the child abuse that's going on, the corruption in the family courts, judges and barristers who are breaking the law daily, please come to me. I'm building a dossier. I'm also in contact with a lot of people up and down the country and in fact the world who have dossiers on criminal activity that you, as a Chief Constable, should be paying attention to. Now play out this with this last video. Take care, hope to speak soon.
What for? It's Mark, you're harassing me. What for? I haven't done nothing wrong. Tell these, mate. What, go on. Give me
you've done nothing wrong.
Do you want to give me the definition of harassment? Give your details. You want me to go? Give me the keys. Sit in your car, shut up. And if you want to step to me and puff in your chest out and stuff like that, then fine. I'll lock you up. We'll do that, shall we? I'll make something up. Public order. Screw up to a police officer. Should I do that? Who are they going to believe? Me or you? Who are they going to believe? Me or you? You can film all you want.
I will do, mate. Don't worry about it.